Hi, I am Professor Bourne, and I am here to pitch my class to you, Cases in Financial Misinformation. It's the only class at Booth that really gives you that real world finance experience. We start off with valuation work, discounted cash flow, DCF. But what we do that's unique is we teach you how to reverse engineer a model so that you get the exact answer that your client needs. Then we move to leverage buyouts. Using lots of debt, we take really bad companies, we add a ton of debt on them, and we make it even worse. The company becomes over-levered. It is now destroying value. We fire all the people, and we make a bad company even worse. Next, we're going to turn to the optimal capital structure. You know, this is when we think about, should we have equity or should we have debt? And our view is it doesn't really matter. If you think about the debt as something you don't have to pay off ever, then it doesn't matter if it's debt or equity. And finally, the IPO market. And we take an almond milk-like software company where we price it as an estimated of future revenue in 2030, even with all the tariffs, and somehow it works. So by the end of this course, you will not only have learned to think outside of the box, you will crawl into the box, and you will learn how to hide the box. You'll do this by adding several non-recurring, one-off EBITDA adjustments to your income, and then you'll put a huge number of billions of dollars of off-balance sheet debt. And remember, at the end, it doesn't matter what you know or what you learn. It's what you can get away with. So if this is interesting to you, please join me next fall or winter in my class, Cases in Financial Management.
Econ 101 says that you make rational decisions in your life, but Booth students don't seem to act that way. We've given up on trying to teach personal finance. We're just going to talk about some economic buzzwords and talk about behavioral economics, and that can help explain why students are making such crazy decisions. We are introducing the class How to Blame Psychology for the Decisions That You Are Making. This class can help explain some of the most perplexing decisions that Booth students have made over the years. For example, should you buy a waterfront property with zero income? Sure. Anchoring makes you think that it's pretty cheap relative to San Francisco prices. Should you go to Japan when you probably have better things to spend your money on? Why not? The left digit bias makes the package look very affordable. Why are you paying $80K for tuition and then skipping class? I don't know, you felt some loss aversion and really felt like you needed to go to TNDC last night. By the end of this class, you'll have so much cognitive dissonance that you'll think, hey, a banking salary is probably not even enough to live on. Hey, we'll see you in class this fall.
So one of the most requested class here at Booth every year is History of Communism. And because at Booth we take our feedback very seriously and we want to please our students very much, this year we're going to launch a History of Communism. In the course, the students are expected not only, of course, to read the Communist Manifesto, but to read the entire 3 volumes of Das Kapital and then memorize them so that they are prepared for a long project on how to overthrow capitalist government and install a true communist regime.
You can't say that.
Okay, the quarter-long project would be how to overthrow fake governments, any hint about a fake government, and install a social democratic revolution.
Perfect.
So this class is particularly indicated for people who are too nerdy to actually go to TNDC. And for those of you who actually go to investment banking, but inside of you, you want to start a revolution. I'm going to see you in class soon.